Bruno was a cheerful little brown dog who lived in a small, peaceful village near a sparkling river. Everyone in the village adored him because he was friendly, loyal, and full of energy. He would chase butterflies in the morning, nap under the big banyan tree in the afternoon, and wag his tail at every villager who passed by. But Bruno had one tiny flaw: he was a bit greedy. One warm afternoon, Bruno wandered near the bakery. The moment he reached the door, an irresistible smell drifted out: freshly baked bread. The baker, a kind old man, saw Bruno sniffing the air and laughed. "You little rascal," he said kindly. "Here, have a bone." He handed Bruno a juicy bone covered in delicious gravy. Bruno's eyes widened with excitement. His tail wagged so fast it looked like a spinning fan. Bruno grabbed the bone gently and dashed out of the bakery, thrilled with his prize. He wanted to find a quiet place to enjoy it, so he trotted toward the riverbank, humming a happy dog tune in his mind. As he reached the wooden bridge that crossed the river, he paused for a moment. The river below glistened like a sheet of glass, reflecting everything around it. Bruno started to cross the bridge, still holding his precious bone tightly. But when he reached the middle, something caught his eye. In the water below, he saw another dog. A dog that looked exactly like him, except this dog was holding an even bigger and juicier bone. Bruno froze. His ears perked up and his eyes widened. "Hey," he thought, "that dog has a bigger bone than mine. Why should he get the bigger one?" He peered closer. The dog in the water stared right back at him. Bruno growled softly, and the dog in the river growled too. Bruno tilted his head. The dog did exactly the same. "This fellow is mocking me," Bruno thought angrily. "And he's showing off his bigger bone. How dare he?" Bruno's mind raced. He wanted that bone. He wanted it badly. "If I bark loudly," he thought, "maybe I can scare him away, and then I can grab his bone." The idea seemed perfect to his greedy little mind. Without thinking any further, Bruno opened his mouth and barked loudly. Woof! The moment he barked, his own bone slipped from his mouth and fell straight into the river with a splash. Bruno gasped and quickly looked down. The dog in the water had also lost his bone. But then something else happened. The moment the ripples settled, the dog in the river disappeared completely. Bruno blinked in confusion. The river was calm again, and there was no dog, no bigger bone, nothing. Only the gentle flow of water. Slowly, the truth dawned on him. It was my reflection," he whispered. "And now I've lost my bone too." Bruno sat down on the bridge, ears drooping and tail still. He felt silly, very silly. His one moment of greed had cost him the delicious treat he already had. As he sat there sadly, an old turtle poked its head out of the water and said in a wise voice, "Little dog, the river shows you what you think you see. You lost your bone because you wanted more than what you already had." Bruno nodded quietly. "I understand," he said softly. "I should have been happy with my own bone." Feeling wiser, Bruno walked back home. The villagers noticed he looked a little gloomy. The baker chuckled when he saw him. "What's the matter, Bruno? Lost your treasure?" Bruno wagged his tail slowly and gave a small whine. The baker patted his head. "Greed never brings happiness, my little friend, but a lesson learned is a gift earned." Bruno promised himself he would never let greed trick him again. From that day on, he learned to value what he already had, and though he still loved treats and tasty bones, he never tried to take more than what was his. And whenever he crossed the river, he remembered the day he barked at his own shadow and how he lost everything because he wasn't content with what he had. Moral of the story: don't be greedy. Be grateful for what you have, or you might lose even that.